Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I get the Six of Swords for the collective reading. Please remember that this reading is for everyone. It doesn't matter what kind of zodiacs you are. It doesn't matter who you are. And as far as your date is right, there must be something that you can get from it that will be beneficial for you. When Six of Swords energy appear, it means that we have experienced enough turbulence in our situation, and now there is a sense of peace that is coming up today. Perhaps yesterday could be a relatively difficult day for some people. Well, for example, for myself, um, because I was moving, so I could not complete the move, um, even though I initiated the move. I thought I could do everything at once, but I couldn't. I could only do like half, and I have to go back and then move my other stuff another time. But it was better than what I thought. I could catch the flight and I could get to where I want to go. So, but there were delays, and but fortunately, I also get the help that I need. So, in generally, it's very grateful. Um, so for me personally, Six of Swords is about um, finally getting over a battle, finally getting to the other side of the world. Um, there are pains. There are pains. When Six of Swords appear, um, there are emotions. Emotions that have to be healed. So if you feel the same, if you do feel the emotions of letting things go and then feel kind of maybe nostalgic or maybe kind of not knowing exactly where your emotions should be, or right here right now what kind of feeling, confused, whatever feelings you have, please acknowledge that, because it is a process for you to heal. And in this process, sometimes we don't have all the answers yet. But what is certain about this is we have completed an important task, or maybe even more than one important task, and and it took a lot of courage to do so, because this is about letting go of a status quo, letting go of something that probably has negative impacts to our lives. For some people, this might be ending a battle with someone or something that has been draining the energy of you, mentally, maybe even physically. As this is a swords energy, this encourages us to think about the situation and the things that happened in the past with a relatively logical way, so that we can gain an insight. I know that we have passed some kind of difficult terrains, Um, but you know what? Sometimes uh, we we can respond to the situation on an emotional level with various kinds of emotions. But for today's energy supports us to think logically and think peacefully, without too much passion involved. If you feel like you have a sense of peace and a sense of like finally you've done it, then it is the energy that is being supported today. Because Six of Swords energy is not, it's not about celebration, but more about the serenity. So it is also a time to think about what serenity means for you, what peace means for you on a personal and emotional level. Because for everybody, it can be very different. Some people, they can find peace when they are very active. Some people, they find peace when they are really sitting still, stand still, meditating. It varies from person to person. So even though Six of Swords energy, it looks like a very it's not fiery, but still, for different people, some people can gain the serenity through something very exciting. So yeah. Some of you might be going on a cruise, but if you go on a cruise, I think that there is a sense of healing attached to the cruise. Maybe this can be a general vibe of the cruise, since maybe a lot of people are seeking for the healing through through traveling through water. Some people, Six of Swords energy, when it appears, it can also signify some kind of overseas connection and travel, transatlantic, trans-Pacific, that kind of thing. And as you can see, there are trees that are in blue colors. Not blue, maybe gray. And the water is in a similar color. Which means that the things that are supporting us, supporting our healing, right now, the ability of the growth that it brings will grow into something. But we have to be aware that the trees, normally, they look like green and the branches are brown. But when they turn into another color, it is something that we have to consider the consequences. So I would recommend everybody to be aware of the healing process. Make sure that in the process of healing, it is really healing you, but not to force anything to happen yet. Because if you try to force things to happen today, there might be possibilities that because this energy is not it's not too much about pushing forward things that we passionately feel about. Because when the tree and water when they are being presented in a picture at the same time with the same colors, you just don't want to build up something during the healing process that will have negative impacts to your future. I mean, gaining the serenity, that's a good thing. But if in the process of gaining the serenity, you tap into something addictive or maybe manipulative to yourself, your body, then that will create problems. It's interesting that yesterday, it's almost the end of the day, and then someone gave me a beer, because I was on a flight. I didn't ask for the beer, but he just gave me, and I know that he likes me a lot, so he gave me a beer during the flight, and I was surprised. I took a couple sips, but I didn't drink all of them because I'm not a drinker. But that was one of the moments that I can think about when I see the Six of Swords energy. It's like finally a release of something. You know, when I drank the beer, I felt the heat coming up from the inside of my body. And of course, I did consult the universe whether I should kind of drink it or not, and they encouraged me to drink it, not to follow the old patterns. Even though I'm not gonna drink regularly, but yesterday, yeah, I did drink a little bit, and I can't pinpoint what exactly that alcohol brought to me, but probably it is kind of related to a release of some kind of I don't know, release of the burden emotionally, maybe. But what I want to bring up is, let's say if I drink the whole can of beer yesterday night, I probably could go sick because I'm not used to alcohol. So I decided to do it moderately to get the benefits out of it. So for the others, what I can imagine is you can also probably tap into resources that help you to recover in this process, especially for today. But please be aware the fact that we have to do things moderately according to our capability and situation. But for people who are dealing with addictions, it can be relatively challenging because sometimes they can let's say, forgetting about their capability and then just taking too much. So this is cautious for some people who are mentally vulnerable somehow. If you do feel like vulnerable today, please acknowledge that side of you and that side of the sensitivity, and tend to yourself. Don't force yourself to explain to everyone who doesn't exactly know what is happening, because sometimes we have to deal with the situations with ourselves. Sometimes maybe we have some friends who can support us during the healing, or who can share the process of healing together. But there are also times that we have to deal with things by ourselves, and it depends. It depends. So, Six of Swords energy, you can see a person who is kind of controlling the boat, and there are two other persons on a boat. So in this photo, in this picture, the person with the kid sitting on the boat, they mean the vulnerable side of things, and the people who actually need help. So Six of Swords energies is also about assistance, like someone giving assistance to the other people who need it. On a business level, this can be manifested as a situation where the parent company has to take care of the subsidiaries because the subsidiaries are not doing well. So the parent company has to kick in to help, that sort of thing. This can also show that who has the stronger power to heal the others and to support the others. So it is a time where some leaders can rise to prominence because of their willingness to help and assist the situation with their own wounds and personal experiences. So overall, in general, I would say today is a day to tend to our emotions, tend to our sense of serenity, and to accept that maybe things are not perfect, but we are still making progress. Because what we have put in the effort, definitely there are some progresses, even though it might not be perfect at the moment, but it is necessary to keep moving on without overly judgmental to ourselves and overly judgmental to the others at the same time. Because at the end of the day, we can be on the same boat, but it's just in a different fashion. We all have our burdens that we are carrying, especially today. So if some people around you, they look like they are having an emotional time, know that they are healing from something. So they need some space or maybe more caring than usual. At the same time, it can be the same for you. For some of you, you might consider having conversations with people in regards to healing, in regards to personal matters, and today can be a good time to do so. But of course, it might be a better choice to communicate with someone who has the capability to digest what you want to say, and also more importantly, having the patience to listen to you, to communicate with you, to dive deep into emotions, because not everybody is ready for emotional conversations. So yeah, you just have to pick the right person, pick the right thing to do. So you will gain the serenity today. So I think this is the general message that I would like to give to you. It's not to force things, but let things be in flow with the progress, and also to be grateful for the progress that have been made, and to be grateful for your own effort at the same time, because of you not giving up in improving your lives, and in improving the others' lives at the same time. So yeah, so this is what I want to share, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good day.